Come along, children. Now we're going to have a little music, like old time.
Yeah, I want it, and they need it. I stay on it, it's no secret.
Hey guys, Justin Pickett with Gink and Gasoline. We're here at IFTD 2019 at the Scientific Anglers booth with Jeff. How's it going, Jeff?
Yeah, it's going well, man.
Good to see you, man. So we're gonna go over some brand new tippet and leaders and a couple other things you guys have been cooking up, huh?
Yeah, we've been working on this for a while, so this is our full new series of absolute leader and tippet. One of the key things for us has always been product and the quality of the product. We've really showcased that with our technologies and our fly lines, our innovation, the durability, and it was really important to us that transpose over into the leader and tippet category.
Absolutely.
So we've spent a lot of time putting this together, developing it, but it really starts with the material. Material at the end of the day is what ultimately is going to drive it and be the most important. So we really look at this is the final connection to the fish. This is the final opportunity for things to go wrong, and we want to eliminate that.
Absolutely.
So the most important to us was creating wet knot strength, which is what we want to drive home. Because we can guarantee you two things when you're using these materials, is that you're going to tie a knot in it and then it's going to get wet.
Yep.
So it's important that in that scenario that the material operates appropriately. So we went for the angle of highest wet knot strength, which we own. This material that we've brought out is 29% stronger than our previous material and 40% stronger than the competition. And then we bring in a new copolymer as well as a new fluorocarbon. And on the materials of this, so we're gonna get started up there.
Oh, you're totally good.
Yeah.
Well, no, you guys did some testing though to make sure that what you're saying is legit.
Yeah,
You guys did
so
some
we
independent
do a
testing
lot of the testing ourselves in-house, and that's kind of, where the majority of that you're going to kind of align yourself.
Yeah.
But we really knew that we were on to something with this product, so we wanted to take it a step further, and we submitted materials to an independent third-party testing facility.
Okay.
And the results came back that not only do we have that highest wet knot strength, but we also have the highest tensile strength as well, where we can truly showcase that we have the best in class for the industry.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Good deal.
And then, but the material is going to be the first part, and the next part is to obviously tie in the aesthetics and the information that we put on the packaging. We really wanted to streamline our packaging. Things get really cluttered, and we wanted to really define what are the most important parts of information on there, really try to emphasize that in a really clean manner, make it really easy for the consumer to walk up to a large wall and very easily be able to identify what it is that they need and what they want. So most important, typically you're going to be looking at whether it's the pound test or the X size, where we enlarge, make it centered, and then provide the supporting materials around it as far as the length and then the actual breaking strength of the material. And then we use colors as identifiers. This is our largest product mix that we've brought to the table with leader and tippet. So we've expanded to include a lot of categories. Most important being the trout is the largest category, where we use the green color as the identifier. So it just makes it really easy to kind of see it as a package for what it is.
Great.
And then we're going to separate that also by using the X size, whereas with the other materials, we're going to identify it with the pound test. And then we're going to eliminate the colors for the universal leader and tippet for both the fluoro and then the copolymers. And then that way this will all align with the various other materials that we have brought together.
Awesome. So you guys really put a lot of thought and just kind of help people organize and make it easier to find what you need.
Yeah, it's again, material drives it, but it's really important that the consumer in a large space can easily identify it, be pulled into it, and then have the information that they need to make the right purchase.
Awesome, good deal, man.
Yeah.
And then taking the one new little trick with your packaging is I understand it's even biodegradable.
That's correct. So one thing that was really important to us was to practice what we preach on the eco-friendly side. So it is 100% biodegradable packaging. The screen that you see is cellulose based. So everything on this will biodegrade, which is great.
Yeah, just add water.
Just add water.
Pretty much.
Water and a little dirt, man.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Good deal. Everything looks great. I'm looking forward to getting out on the water with it.
Yeah.
Jeff, appreciate it.
Well, and actually, last thing is just to speak to the tapers on the leaders.
That's right.
One thing that was really important was just that we really catered the leader and the taper of the leaders to a specific scenario to solve problems for anglers.
Yep.
So if it's the bass, having a larger diameter butt section to turn over those large poppers and streamers that are being thrown. Whereas on the trout, you're going to want a little bit more finesse, and it needs to be a little bit more subtle so the bug can move a little more naturally in the water. So every one of the tapers is going to be an independent taper to that scenario. But one thing that was really key with that is that when we look at how we put this together, this is going to be that final connection from the fly line to the fly. So it's that we wanted that smooth transfer of energy. So the way that we were able to not just profile the tapers, but the reason behind it is that this material is 70% of the density of the fly line itself.
Okay.
So we take the final diameter of the fly line, whatever kind of that key size is. So if it's a trout, we're probably going to play it off of like a 5-weight. And then we take 70% of that diameter, and that is what's going to dictate our diameter of the butt section. So that it's a seamless, smooth transition of energy down to the fly.
That's awesome. That's super important too. You got to have the presentation.
Yeah.
So that's awesome, man. Well, thanks so much for going over all this stuff with me. You guys have put a lot of thought and effort and research into all this.
Yeah, we're really happy with it, and hope that everybody gets the opportunity to use it and enjoy it.
Absolutely. All right, man. Well,
Thank
thanks a lot.
Appreciate it, man.
Awesome, guys.
Nice to have you.
Get out there and check out all this new stuff from Scientific Anglers. Tune in for more from IFTD 2019 with Gink and Gasoline.